Guys, welcome back to another video here on my YouTube channel. And for today's video, I wanted to review Homebound by Meredith Trapp. Okay, so I picked this book up at HomeSense for $7.99. Here is the proof. And I picked it up because I thought the cover was cute, and it obviously looks like a cowboy romance, which it is. She's a professional bull rider, but it's also kind of like a hockey romance because he is a professional NHL player in Nashville, and she's a professional bull rider in Texas. So this takes place during the off season, so there isn't any scenes where he is playing hockey, but it just does feel like it blends like both of my favorite subgenres into one, and I kind of love when that happened. Obviously, that sort of happened in Powerless by Elsie Silver, because that is like a hockey romance X, like cowboy romance sort of. Okay, so this one I gave 5 stars. I did give. Did I give it 5 stars? I think I gave it like 4.5 to 5 stars, something like that. I really enjoyed it. This was the second book that I read this week that was It's Always Been You, and I say I'm a sucker for a lot of tropes, but the Always Been You trope is so good. This is also a childhood, like, best friends to lovers. Basically, he never lived full-time in Texas, but one of his parents is from Texas, and his parents own a flower farm in Texas, so like every summer he would come to stay in Texas, and so he became close friends with her after she saved him when I think like they were in a lake or a body of water, and some intense water was coming through, like flooding, which he never like thought about that could happen, and they were like telling everybody to get out, and he didn't really think of the severity of it or really hear, so eventually he was like hanging on like a tree branch by like the edge of like a rock or something, and then she came and like sort of rescued him, and so they became like fast best friends. And then sort of he just popped back into town with his daughter after his young like baby, who's like maybe a year old, after not having spoken to her for a year. And the reason he just didn't speak to her for a year was because like she got engaged, and for him it's like always been her. He just like loved her so much, and now that she's like engaged, sort of, he feels like I have to move on, like I don't have a shot with her, so he just went like the whole cold turkey route and just like stopped talking to her. And so she knew that he had a child, but not because he told her directly. And so, yeah, that was just like, and then she's like, why did you do that? And then he's like, oh, because you were like engaged, and I just had to like move on. At the beginning of the book, she's no longer engaged. She like broke it off with her fiance, basically because he wanted her to move. I don't remember where he was moving to for his professional bull riding, because her ex-fiance was also a professional bull rider. And he was moving, and he was like, just move with me. And she's like, no, I want to try to get it into the circuit here. And because he felt like she was choosing bull riding over him, they broke off the engagement. And then she slowly falls in love with him and his girl. There's also a scene in this book where his baby girl calls her mama, and if you love those scenes, you will love this one so much. The way they reconnect and the way that she helps him, because I also tend to be a sucker for the for the single father trope, because something that we typically see a lot of in the single mother trope is the single mother trope. They in a way like have it more together. Like we talk less about like in the single mother trope, they talk less about like the burnout and all of that, and more like the joys, and like obviously they talk about the struggles, but I feel like in the like in a single father, you tend to have more of like the doubt, where they like feel like they're not doing their best, where they feel like sometimes like maybe I'm a crappy dad, which you do have that scene in this book where he sort of feels that way, and so there's something about it where they feel like they don't have it all together, in a way that I tend to enjoy. And so I am so happy with my find at HomeSense. I tend to pop into HomeSense like once a week just to see what they have, and I was so glad that I picked this up. I really enjoyed it. I do believe there is another book in this series, based off of like when I looked up this author on Amazon. So I definitely think the next time I do an Amazon book haul, I will pick it up and I will buy it and then review it for you guys, because I really enjoyed this. It's also my first book from this author. I would say a solid 4.5 stars. Fantastic. So that is all for this video. If you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments down below. If you would like to see more videos like this one, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss another brand new video from me. You can follow me at RomanceBLVD on Instagram and Threads, and at Romance Boulevard on TikTok. Until the next one, bye!